Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I thought I had more time. I thought I had more time. I was still listening to 616 in LA yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yeah. And overnight, beef and battle picks up. Man, this is made in the 1980s live stream. I had to go ISO. I had to go real quick. Shout out to my man Wang Dang. If you see this, you're more than welcome to come on. I know Jones is probably gonna see this. He gonna want to jump on because I'm sure he has a lot to say. Man, listen, the beef, the battle, the raps, all of it is heating up. It's heating up in a real way, ways we didn't expect. Listen, I didn't expect to hear domestic abuse. I didn't expect to hear about child neglect. I didn't think that Drake had another child or that we would hear about this. I don't know any of this. We're just going by what the raps are saying, right? Just going by what the raps are saying. I did not expect potentially us to be privy to another sex trafficking RICO. All right. There's a lot of things going on here. Backlash is going to be tonight. So for a first black champ terminology, let's see where we at. Moss, what up? If this is wrestling, Drake is the Undertaker, and Drake is 22-2, and we know who the two are by now, right? We know who the two are, because obviously, we got Common out of here, you got Meek out of here, Tory Lanez. I'll even give him the Chris Brown victory, even though it was ugly and at the wrong time. A lot of the people that he randomly disses in, just like, I don't know, Toronto fodder. I don't know, but Brock Lesnar is obviously Pusha T in this. He's the one that definitely set this whole trend of like, whoa, wait a minute. Drake is not a great human. Like he's the one that started off. So he's the Brock Lesnar of this. Kendrick Lamar comes in. He's Roman Reigns. This is looking very ugly. Hey, Moss. Hey, I respectfully, man, disagree, man. I don't think anything that beyond Stay Scheming, the Stay Scheming verse was better than that. And I thought Sweet was a dope track. I thought Common's response when he did the "You gonna make me up around and catch a body," like I thought that was dope. But nah. And I love Common. Hey, look, Common beat Ice Cube, but he lost to Drake. Sorry, that's just how I feel. So let's move forward. We always talking about what Drake didn't write. Dog, listen, man. Drake has been around too long for everybody to say that he don't be writing nothing, man. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. Eventually, it all will come to light. Drake is probably written for more people than have actually written for him. I'm not saying he's never had any help, but I will definitely stand on the fact that I believe that Drake is a phenomenal writer. I will do that because long before these allegations came across, we were not saying anything about his pen. And I'm counting from 2009 to 2014. So, and that gives you every single album that we thought was greater than mid. That So Far Gone is in there. Thank You Later is in there. Nothing Was the Same is in there. Take Care is in there. So if nobody wrote anything from there from 2009 to 2014, hey, it just is what it is. Again, I am not calling Drake's pen to the carpet over 10 bands. Not doing it. Sorry. Because he still wrote the verse for No Lie. If y'all tell me somebody else wrote the verse for No Lie, then I'll be crushed. But other than that, it just always is what it is. So, yes, back to my analogies here. We got Drake being the Undertaker here. Obviously, on an incredible hot streak. Did a lot of punching down for a lot of years. Did a lot of smacking around for a lot of years. Did a lot of things that just he was perceived to be untouchable, unbeatable. And then here comes Pusha T, right? And then that's the first L. And then here comes Kendrick Lamar. Now he's handing out several L's, and he's over-prepared for this, apparently. He's been waiting for this his whole life. He's been waiting for a moment like this for a long time. Shout to Kelly Clarkson. And obviously, J. Cole, Jermaine Cole, is friends with the school shooter. All right. This is, y'all remember last decade when they was doing the texts like, hey, Raheem, don't come to school tomorrow. He was like, all right, bet. Yo, come, because Tyler's about to shoot everything up. And that's literally what's happening here. The J. Cole apology absolutely does look genius now. when you look at everything in totality, it looks genius because, yeah, I'm getting out the way of that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Dre, what up? He's like, Cole was like, yo, now when people say, yo, look, man, my spirit is in shambles over this. Like, I'm not at peace with this because Kendrick and Cole live in New York also. And even though they might kick it and live in LA as well, he obviously talks to both of these gentlemen. And I'm sure that J. Cole was more than prepared for the lunchroom cipher to be like, hey, I killed my homies this time. Like, yo, they ain't messing with me now. Like, I got it. And he was like, wait, hold up. Kendrick pulled him to the side. I was like, hey, man, but I don't F with dude though. So like, this about to get real. Like, no, we about to battle. Like, I don't like dude. And he really don't like me. I know what he be telling you, but he don't like me. Look, we've been through this junior high school, friends, situations, all these things go awry. And I think that's literally what happened here now. Now, looking back in hindsight of the last, 8 weeks, looking back since first person shooter, let's take it all the way back there. I'm thinking like, yeah, no, you know what? J. Cole was totally prepared for the scrimmage. and Kendrick was like, no, this the Super Bowl, bro. This the NBA Finals. This the World Series. Nah. Like, y'all said y'all the Super Bowl, but no. This is really what it is. Jones, what up? Oh, I know you're having a field day, my brother. But yes. So, Cole, realizing that he could not mediate, decided to fall back. Because I do genuinely believe that he tried to squash this. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that J. Cole tried to squash this, and the apology at Dreamville was meant to do that. It was like, yo, why don't everybody lay down their sword? Why don't we just all just like get along and just rap? Like, let's just be the 3 greatest rappers again. And Kendrick and Drake were both like, nah, fuck all that. We not doing that no more. This is not what it is. And again, I do believe when the apology got sent, I think then Kendrick shoots the school shooter text. And then because as you can see, it's 0 dark 30. We have not seen J. Cole. He's not in a weird outfit. He's not dunking a basketball. He's not sitting on rooftops. He's not doing anything. There hasn't been a feature that dropped, well, outside of the Future record, but I believe that's old. Like, I don't think he's not outside. He hasn't done anything. He is at home. He went to North Carolina to get out the way of this. That's what I believe. And boy, is he right to do that. Man, I didn't think that Kendrick had this level of just venom in him. But I forgot, he is a Gemini. Really can't trust Geminis. And I'm sorry to say that, y'all. Both of my parents are Geminis. Do with that information what you will. All right. Kendrick's a Gemini. Pac's a Gemini. Kanye's a Gemini. Ice Cube's a Gemini. Like, hey, look, it's there. The information is there. Sorry. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? So I shouldn't have doubted him to this degree. Kendrick Lamar, I apologize. All right. You're an animal, sir. You are a monster. I had no idea that you were the angel of death from the Bone Thugs and Harmony Crossroads video. I had no idea. I didn't know that. So I am sorry, sir. Sending Drake to Uncle Charles is kind of wild, though, fam. Like, this is wild. How did you do that? And so quickly. I really think that there is still a lot more to say. I'm going to start with giving Drake some grace, though, right? What Joe's talking about? Look, hey, Joe, hey, look, Joe's is loving every second of this. I think Doc called Cole and said, "Hey, I really hate this guy." Yeah, hey, yeah, absolutely. Because I'm going to shoot the entire car up. I'm shooting the gas tank. I'm not trying to shoot through the windows. I'm going to shoot the gas tank, and the whole car is going to blow up. That's what's going to happen to you. So you better get out of there. Doe, let me out. And now we good. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give Kendrick. I'm sorry. I'm going to give Drake some respect and some grace. Look, man. He's so used to punching down that he didn't think he would have to hit this hard. You know, Drake is a lot like I mean, he was a very confident champion, right? Confident champion. I mean, again, some people disagree with whatever you think. Like people that don't like Drake or people that hate Drake, you probably think he's never won a battle in his life. But you know, then some people are just, you know, indifferent. I'm one of the people that's indifferent. I wanted to hate Drake when Marvin's Room dropped, but then I hear the rest of the album. It's like, yo, man, I do really get busy. So I'm not, I can't like, it's hating if I don't acknowledge that, like he really going crazy on all of this. So, but the other piece of this is that, you know, Drake can be snarky and mean, but I don't really think Drake is evil. And Kendrick Lamar is evil. He's obviously evil. Like Drake is more or less like the mean girl that kicks it off, but is going to get punched in her face. And then it's like, well, why did you hit me, Hillary? It's like, whoa, well, you shouldn't talk like that to people. What's wrong with you? You know, you get your cognitive dissonance together and you sound like Amanda Seals. But give Drake this though. He mopped the floor with the rest of them niggas. All right, look, I don't want to hear anything about anybody else that ain't Pusha T or Kendrick Lamar. He got Ross out of here. He got old Abel, aka The Weeknd, out of here. He got Rakim. And for you goofballs, no, not the legendary Rakim, ASAP Rocky, he got all of them out of there when that beat switched. And they look hopping on them future tracks. Hey, cool story, bro. But pew, pew, pew. He got all of them out of there. They all out the paint. Kendrick hitting too hard, though, man. Kendrick is hitting too hard. Kendrick is waiting until all that is over with and walking straight to him and then punching him in the face. It's like, no, you're not going to do this. It's like, you know, if y'all ever watched the Ninja Turtles, right? It's like when you beat Bebop and Rocksteady and then Shredder pull up. Like, that's what Kendrick Lamar is doing right now. And that's what makes this so entertaining to me. I'll say this, but yeah, but he cleaned everybody up. Officer Ricky, hey, Rick Ross, you got to sit down. Hey, look, hey, Metro and Future, y'all got to talk. Because I believe what Drake's saying. He was like, yo, you blaming me, but your man's is doing that's really popping your girls. I don't like, why are you mad at me? That's an interesting take on that, right? Drake highlighting that Abel's music plays in gay clubs is funny. It's funny. It's just funny. It's funny. And then him being like, yo, ASAP Rocky, you gonna drop a song and people gonna talk about your outfit. So like that is funny. Again, he's cleaning everybody else up. He's cleaning everybody else up. I don't have him 0 for 20. I do not. I have him 21-1 in this sector here because everybody's getting it. Kanye, you losing because you're not even being addressed. Like that's why you lost. So hey. Everything else that Drake is doing, I love it. But now the Kendrick Lamar. So look, again, I didn't think we'd hear about domestic abuse here. I don't know how I feel about all the personal info being in rap battles and what to believe or not. I'll be honest with y'all. I am not one of those people. I never grew up, and I grew up in the 90s. Born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. I didn't just grow up believing everything rappers said. I haven't. Even after Takeover drop, I just don't believe everything rappers say, because you got to say cool things. You got to say dope things. For everybody that's trying to make sure that, you know, Drake or Kendrick takes the W or the L because of the street factor and because of the gangsta act, this is hip hop to me. I don't care about none of that. So if that's your measuring stick, cool, so be it. Street credibility is not really high. It's not a high slider in my hip hop conversations. It just isn't. So, you know, I don't subscribe to loving or hating a person because of how gangster they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, real gangsters either die or don't get caught, right? I don't know. I don't know. I am an upstanding Black individual that's trying to do the best he can in this world. I just want to be a millionaire and chill out. That's what I want to do in my life. Y'all can play in the street if you want to. Y'all can play with all them guns and all that craziness if you want to. That's y'all thing. Do y'all thing. I am over here with civilized human beings that like to do earthy drugs and have nasty sex. That's what and get money. That's what we are about over here. I don't do nothing else. Everything else, you keep that over there. I am middle-aged. I don't care about none of that. If you're not trying to do earthy drugs, give money, have nasty sex, we're probably not good friends. That's where I sit with it. But let's get back to the beef and the battle and all this other madness, right? Yo, we got missing children. As I see the comments going on, what up, Whit? What up, guys? Hey, yo, you know, I didn't expect to hear that. But it would make sense. I mean, look, I'm surprised because this was on Vlad TV. I'm surprised there's been no mention of Johnny Blaze yet. Like, you know, and I mean, legend has it, but it's not really legend because it came from her, is that Drake got her pregnant. She was trying to keep it and he threatened to kill her if she kept it. And so she went and got an abortion. That's just the story. Obviously, I ain't there. That's what she went on Vlad TV and said. So the fact that Kendrick don't use that, the fact that nobody's used that, that's a lot of real things going on. Hey, conspiracy theory Cam kicking in here. I think that like that record dropping and everything happening with Diddy is all stemming from Drake. Sorry. Especially after listening to Meet the Grams. Kendrick Lamar is telling Steph Curry and LeBron James to stay away from Aubrey Graham or you're next. Like, what? Like, and not next like he gonna diss them. Like, next and that they gonna be at your house. He said it's another raid coming. That is scary information to rap about. That is scary. Hey, look, I officially, I'm throwing my phone in the nearest ocean or river. If I'm Steph or LeBron, you got to do it, right? And then I'm going to go to another state and get a phone plan there. And then I'm going to and I'm only going to put my children in the phone. That is it. I ain't doing nothing else. Because why is Kendrick talking like that to him? That is nuts. And and maybe because obviously Drake know what he's doing. He know what he's doing. So he was like, yo, but I got one enemy that kind of put me onto this game. Let me throw him under the bus too. So I believe that's Drake sending the SWAT team to Diddy houses to keep the heat off of him. Hey, yo, all this is buying time. I don't believe nothing happens for no reason. And listen, with that being said, now Diddy's quiet because Diddy would, in a situation like this, he would be on live. He would be hyping the beef. He would probably be championing this record from Kendrick, and he would want to hear the back and forth. And we know what side he taking. So he was like, look, I'm about to get rid of every powerful voice possible that could be against me. And so far he has, Because look, 50 on the side. 50 keep posting Drake snippets just to say, like, yo, hey, this is what it is. Like, this is the guy that's the best. Like, you know, and obviously Drake has made a friend for life in Curtis Jackson because of William Roberts, right? You know, like they both now don't like Rick Ross. So you're always in 50's good graces for not liking Rick Ross. So in the matter of things swinging, he's good. It's not really much to say or do here. Like, so it's interesting. I'll ask the women because, you know, to Pimp a Butterfly, you know, to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, how do y'all feel about Drake saying that he beating on the mother of his children? That's really not his wife. And he proposed now 9 years ago. Like, how do y'all feel about that? I don't know. Again, I just don't jump out the window and believe everything rappers say, but the things that they are saying about each other, you really shouldn't say if you don't know, or if you're not prepared to kill, die, fight. And I think everybody's kind of like, yeah, I'm with it. Set it up. What do you want to do? Also with this, because I love what Kendrick is doing, I don't want to hear y'all now changing y'all opinions on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I don't want to hear it. Listen, I said that album was dope on listen 1. I stood by it by listen 5. And the album is dope. Content-wise, for me, content-wise, that is my personal favorite Kendrick Lamar album. Understand those words, use a thesaurus or a dictionary if you are unaware of what those words mean. It's not saying that it's the best album. It's not saying that it should be the greatest. I'm not telling y'all it's better than Good Kid, Mad City. I'm just telling you from a content standpoint, especially where I listen at in life. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is a super dope album. It's a lot of things that Black people should be listening to on there. It is. So, you know, and he started with Euphoria. He basically called Drake Jared the Subway guy, and with an accomplice, you know what I'm saying, for at least 6 minutes on Euphoria, if y'all didn't catch a lot of that. Then he kind of doubles down on it with Meet the Grabs. Hey, this man is going crazy. He's going absolutely insane. He's the angel. He's the angel of death in the crossroads, bro. Like, but what can we say? What can we say? There's a lot. There's a lot to unpack in all this. And I know Jones, my man Jones, he was like, yo, this is over. But Jones, I'm going to disagree for this one reason. Can't be over. Can't be over. You're not about to tell me, you're not about to tell me that my team mess with you and like they working for you. You're not going to tell me that. Second thing you're not going to do, you're not going to expose an extra child that I have out here. Because he can't hide the world from my kid out of that bar. He can't. He can't you know what I'm saying? He can't push a T his way out of that one and then just bring the child up on stage. And if the child is older than Adonis, you can't do that either. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to tell me how my parents failed and tell them to get a grip on reality. And how he's ashamed of all of us. Like, you're not about to tell me you're ashamed of me and my parents, bro. You're not doing that, and I don't say nothing. You're not about to tell all my NBA friends stay away from me because it's possibly a sex trafficking RICO coming my way, and they might get hit in the crossfire. You're not about to do all that, and I'm not going to say anything or do anything. This is far from over. This is officially far from over, and basically, you know, I think all of the I'm storing tracks. I don't maybe, but they were lighthearted. But the counterpunching in this is crazy. It is almost like that they on Zoom or they doing the what's that Jim Jones internet studio thing. That it's almost like Kendrick got the record and was like he was there. It was literally like he was there. Like, did somebody send the audio note? Like, what happened? I don't even understand, because that's record timing. And to be accurate, not even just in the response, but like exactly what he was going to do. Yo, what if it's 40? What if it's 40? What if it's Jay Prince and Jay Prince Jr.? This is just wild, man. How many more records? I don't think this can go anywhere. Hey, you know what? Let's see, and that's the thing, Jones. Eventually, like, I guess it's just gonna have to get back to hip hop, I guess. But how? You know what I'm saying? Like how? Maybe this one does have to go to the fade. Not saying that anybody has to get into gunplay and stabbing people and all of that. I'm not saying that. Maybe, just maybe, this one does have to end in a fade. Because look, this is the circle of life. You might grow up with somebody, or you might go to work with somebody. You might be cool. And through your life and times, maybe it's a test, maybe it's a promotion, maybe it's the new girl on the job, maybe it's the girl that y'all want to both ask to prom. You never know. But eventually, something will cause a rift. But in the rift, I still stay in some of the same circles. I know women know a lot about this because women love being friends with their enemies. Girls that hate them the most. But even for guys, sometimes you're just around a dude that you don't like a little bit too long. So now, yeah, you know the intel, you know the dirt, and eventually it comes to a head. And so many things get said to the point now you want to still on dude. And it's just got to happen. And hopefully you run your fade, take your W or your L, and you keep it moving. I will say this, though. I don't see a world where Drake and Kendrick Lamar will ever be cool, ever in life. There are just certain things you can never tell the general public about me, and we're going to be straight. There's not that much forgiveness in the average man's heart, man. Hey, look, man, that's for Jesus, bro. Jesus forgives on this level. So, you know, we've just now seen the level at which Jesus will forgive, and just the rest of us just maybe will never. You know what I mean? Like that's just where I'll sit with it, man. I will say that this is wildly entertaining, though. I love that so many raps have come out of this. Hey, and look, I don't know what y'all doing, but I've bought all the diss tracks that are at the iTunes store. So I have bought Push-Ups, I have bought Euphoria. I'm waiting for 616. I will buy Tailor Made. I'll buy Family Matters. I'm going to buy Meet the Grams because this is art to me. This is time capsule information. You know what I'm saying? This is time capsule intel of what does happen next, though. Does somebody drop this afternoon? Is somebody cooking up right now? It's 11 in New York, and it's what, 8 in California right now? So, man, anything can happen at this point. Anything can happen at this point. Hey, and J. Cole's gonna stay firmly out the way and drop the fall off in July or whenever, and he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He might be the one to have both of them on a track on the album. The only thing that I do want, though, man, is I want, again, clear definition of hip hop versus the music industry. Everybody's trying to make, not everybody, there's a percentage of people trying to make a big deal out of the who wrote what thing, right? And I'm not going to say Daylight is lying, but if you know Daylight's just brand, he does leave an element of, did that really happen? You know? Did he write back to back? I don't know. But, and again, hey, look, in hindsight, as I've listened to these diss tracks, and again, I'm not, because I think I've purchased back to back. I think I have. If not, I will again. We gotta calibrate that joint correctly, because if Meek gives a very serviceable response, because he had the right beat, that Undertaker flip was insane. He just didn't do it right. But if you give Kendrick Lamar that Meek beat and you looking at back to back a whole lot differently, Push Ups was a dope record. It was a seriously dope record, but the like Jones will say it's cool. He think everything Drake do is cool. It's like, man, it's cool. It's cool. You know what I mean? It might be something for y'all. It ain't for me. It's cool. But no, Push Ups was a dope record. And it was, and I thought it was more than serviceable for the Like That verse, because it's like, yes, Future, Metro, and Drake. I mean, I'm sorry, Future, Metro, and Kendrick. And here's something for all of y'all. And let's throw Ricky in there too. I thought it was dope. But then Euphoria drops, and then you just feel like, okay, wow, okay. But it's not enough. And that's fine. Things can be dope and be not enough. You can hit somebody as hard as you can and it just don't hurt them. Hey, you might have knocked out 7 people, but you can't knock out the 8th one. You know, when the wind is blowing at 35 miles an hour, a person that is 150 pounds may have some trouble walking down the street. But the man that's 350 pounds is just like, man, it's kind of windy out here. Need my sweater. And that's it. So it's not that Drake is not showing up. I do believe he's showing up, and I think he's showing up in a real way. He's just not showing up enough to beat this guy. Man, as another music analogy, listen to the Come On Son podcast, even though I wanted to debate with Ed on this. They did an Almost There podcast, right? Episode. And in the episode, my man was trying to tell me that Genuine and Cisco were almost there to superstardom because they didn't end up being like Usher, Chris Brown, and R. Kelly. And I was like, anybody selling 5 million albums is not almost there. The Thong Song was the biggest song in the world until Cisco said he was the greatest ever. And I think the powers that be wanted R. Kelly to just get him out the paint along with some other people because he didn't play all the industry games. He put his cousin on one of his biggest singles. Like, I think that's what really happened to Cisco as far as superstardom goes. I was like, but Genuine, you can't put Genuine in this category. I was like, when Usher came out in 94, Genuine came out in 96. Genuine was way bigger than Usher when he started. Then came My Way. And then you have Separation. I was like, but dog, Genuine has 2 or 3 double platinum albums. We're not talking about he's almost there. That man's a superstar, bro. Like, he's the reason why TGT earns profit. So y'all check that episode out when you got a chance. Deviating off of R&B. We can talk music all day. I'm a super music nerd, bro. This is what I love to do with my spare time. I don't have much spare time. I gotta get to work. But man, I love this hip-hop competition, the spirit of it, the spirit of slander and smut is out and alive and well. We're not even officially in summer yet. This is still the springtime, y'all. We ain't even got to Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to Memorial Day. It's a lot going on in the world of music. Finally, something that we can all sink our teeth into and really unpack and enjoy. I hope y'all have been enjoying it. You know, this is great. Jones, you're right. I do a tailor-made. Again, I thought it was dope. People saying things about the AI and using the voices. Bro, if he would have did the impersonations of Pac and Snoop, I still don't rank the track any less. Again, y'all moving the goalposts because the Drake hate wagon is huge. It just is. Now I'm here to be objective. Y'all know I do not come on these platforms. I do not jump on anywhere and give Kendrick Lamar ultimate over the world praise, but he is bodying this. This is what I come to see. And I do listen to his albums. They're just not in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? They're not in my top 5 ever. Okay. I just don't believe he dropped the greatest hip hop album of all time. I just don't think he has 4 or 5 classics, but that don't mean he's not dope. Hey, I don't think Drake, well, no, Drake might have 4 or 5 classics, but it's music. I take it out of hip hop and I put it in music. And in music, Views is a classic, bro. Like, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? Like, look at what's on there. Look how the world looked after it dropped. That's what makes things classic to me. Cultural impact. Y'all can have those no skips arguments all you want. That's not my bag. I never subscribe to it. But thank you, Dre. I appreciate you, man. Versatile out there. Let me see what my cousin say. I want the rap girlies to do this instead of going back and forth on Twitter. Hey, yo, hey, real quick, respectfully on all the girls with, I wish they could. They just can't, man. They just can't. Like, unfortunately, and I say this, Take Care is also a classic too. Yes, you're right. And I got nothing was the same in that classic territory as well, but we'll see how other people feel. The girls, though, they just not built for it. The only one built for it is Lotto, Meg, Nicki. Everybody else is rapping because it's a hustle. They don't really like to rap. Glorilla, I mess with Glorilla. Glorilla go crazy. But the rest of these girls, they not they rapping to avoid being a socialite or a Fenty model or a stripper, you know what I mean, or a drug dealer's favorite scammer and mule, you know what I mean? Like it ain't. It's don't get me wrong. Some girls get busy. I think JT gets super busy. I've been saying that JT could rap 3 or 4 years ago when niggas was just so up in arms about the city girls and how the city girls ain't this or that. I guarantee you, and I'm going to put this challenge out there, and I think I did this before. I don't think a lot of you dudes can out-rap JT. I don't think so. Like, I know what y'all think y'all doing with the metaphors and similes, but I ain't going to front. I heard a lot of that between 98 to 2005 that y'all be saying. And I think JT raps better than a lot of you dudes. I think. Y'all worried about Rhapsody. Y'all not rapping better than JT. Y'all not rapping better than Megan. You know what I'm saying? You're not. Like a lot of these guys, that's why the women are doing what they do right now. Lotto, I don't think a lot of dudes can out-rap Lotto. She's hard. So, you know, think about that. Obviously, a lot of y'all dudes can't out-rap Nicki, but we can put names, but start putting names on those bullets. I'm sick of that. Out-rap most of the men. Put names on those bullets, man. If you think that Corday can't out-rap Nicki Minaj, you need to say that. You need to say that. You know what I mean? Like Lalo raps better than Future, right? He's got a lot more money, so a lot more rappers, but she raps way better than him. Sorry. That's just what it is. Man, y'all have been amazing. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm here to take some questions. We got a couple more minutes, you know, but I had to get that out the way. I didn't want to wait till tonight because who knows what's going to happen. I try to just go to work and earn a couple dollars, and I'm 3 songs behind. So, but here we go. It's up 3-3. Yes, I do have Kendrick Lamar up. I have him up, and it's not close for him. But be clear, I still do think Drake is getting everybody else up out of there. He ran the floor like Shaq in 2001 on the rest of them. He went coast to coast and dunked on the rest of them. But Hakeem Olajuwon is coming. But Boston is coming. You know what I mean? Like KG and Paul Pierce and Rondo, they coming though. You know what I mean? So that's been interesting, man. Thank y'all all for tuning in to the live, man. I got to get myself together. I'm going to try to get myself something to eat. I'm going to try to, I'm going to listen to these tracks again. Purchase hip hop music, man. Support what you love instead of bashing what you hate. And if you're gonna bash, then be subjective, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's all love. It's hey, cuz no, hey, you gotta listen. If you haven't, you gotta listen to Family Ties. And if you haven't, listen to Taylor May. Drake getting busy, man. He just ain't getting busy enough. You know what I mean? It's like, it's literally like, yo, you can make 100 Rolls Royces, but one might have a defect. Like, yo, he making Maybachs over there. He making Porsches. He making Ferraris. But that one, man, that door, just a little janky. Kendrick Lamar is going nuts. Hey, man. Hey, listen, until next time, man, y'all be safe, man. Y'all be well. Listen to hip hop, love hip hop, support hip hop. And you already know, always love.